My dear friend, today I want to remind you of something powerful. Your time is sacred. Your energy is precious. And yet too often we give it away to people and situations that do not serve our highest good. We wait for others to validate us, to choose us, to love us. But what if I told you that the only validation you need is your own? What if you decided today, right now, to stop wasting your time on things that do not elevate you? It is time to shift your focus inward. It is time to focus on you. Your time is your most valuable asset. It is the one thing you can never get back, never replace, and never reclaim once it is gone. And yet, so many people spend their lives wasting it, waiting for the right moment, giving it away to people who do not appreciate it, and filling their days with distractions that do not serve their highest good. But today, I want to remind you of something powerful. Your time belongs to you. You are in control of how you spend it. And once you begin to value it, everything in your life will start to change. Think about it. How often do we say, I'll do it later, or I'll start when I have more time? We treat time as if it is unlimited, but the truth is, it is not. Every single day that passes is one less day you have to live out your dreams, to love deeply, to create the life you truly desire. And yet so many of us give our time away carelessly to people who drain our energy, to situations that bring us no joy, and to habits that keep us stuck. We spend hours overthinking, worrying, and replaying the past instead of living in the present and creating the future we desire. But what if today, right now, you made the decision to take your time seriously? What if you decided that your time is too valuable to be wasted on things that do not elevate you? Imagine what your life could look like if you started protecting your time the same way you protect your money, your health, or your home. Because the truth is, when you value your time, you value yourself. The first step to honoring your time is learning to say no. No to people who take without giving. No to relationships that no longer serve you. No to unnecessary drama, distractions, and negativity. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you are saying no to something that could be enriching your life. And you deserve better than that. You deserve to invest your time in things that make you feel alive, that help you grow, that bring you joy. Another way to protect your time is to stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start that business, write that book, take that trip, or pursue that dream. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is now. Too many people spend their lives saying, one day I'll do it, only to reach the end of their lives filled with regret for all the things they never did. But you do not have to be one of those people. You have the power to start today. You must also be mindful of how you spend your time on a daily basis. Are you spending hours scrolling through social media, comparing your life to others instead of working on your own dreams? Are you giving too much time to people who bring nothing but stress and drama into your life? Are you spending your evenings watching television instead of learning, growing, and improving yourself? Every small decision you make about how you spend your time adds up to the life you create. When you begin to shift your focus toward meaningful, intentional living, everything changes. You start prioritizing yourself. You become more disciplined, more focused, more in tune with what truly matters. You stop wasting time on things that do not contribute to your growth. And you start building the life you truly desire. And when you do that, you will notice that the right people, opportunities, and experiences naturally start flowing into your life. Because the universe rewards those who value themselves. When you respect your time, you attract people who respect you. When you invest your time in meaningful things, you begin to see results. And when you become intentional with how you spend each day, you begin to live a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. So I ask you today, how are you spending your time? Are you investing it wisely, or are you letting it slip away? Are you using it to build, to grow, to love, and to create? Or are you giving it away to things that do not align with the person you are becoming? You have a choice. Right now, in this moment, you can choose to stop wasting your time. You can choose to walk away from anything that drains you. You can choose to take control of your life, to start living with intention, to create the future you desire. Your time is your most valuable asset. Honor it, protect it, and use it wisely, because once it's gone forever. There comes a time in life when you must decide that your own voice is the one that matters most. Too many people spend their lives seeking approval from others, waiting for validation, hoping someone will tell them they are enough. But the truth is, you have always been enough. You do not need permission to be who you are. You do not need validation to follow your dreams. The moment you stop seeking approval from others, you set yourself free. From the time we are young, we are taught to look to others for approval. We want our parents to be proud, our teachers to give us good grades, our friends to accept us. And while there is nothing wrong with wanting to be loved and appreciated, the danger lies in making other people's opinions more important than your own. When you live for approval, you become a prisoner to outside expectations. You start making choices based on what others think you should do, rather than what your heart truly desires. Seeking approval is exhausting. It keeps you in a cycle of constantly trying to please others, afraid of judgment, afraid of rejection. You start molding yourself into what you think others want you to be instead of embracing who you truly are. And the worst part? No matter how much you try, you will never please everyone. There will always be someone who thinks you should do things differently, someone who criticizes, someone who does not understand your journey. And if you live your life trying to meet their expectations, you will lose yourself in the process. The most powerful thing you can do is reclaim your own voice. Trust yourself. Believe in your own path. The people who truly matter will respect you for being authentic, and those who don't, they were never meant to be part of your journey in the first place. You must realize that your worth does not come from the approval of others. It comes from within. It comes from knowing that you are valuable just as you are, that you do not need to prove yourself to anyone. Think about all the dreams that have been buried because of fear of judgment. How many people never pursued their passions because they worried about what others would think? How many lives have been lived in quiet frustration because someone was too afraid to step outside of society's expectations? But you do not have to live that way. You can choose differently. You can choose to break free. When you stop seeking approval, you start making decisions that align with your true self. You stop holding back. You stop waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to go after what you want. You step into your power. You start living for yourself. And when you do, something incredible happens. You attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences. Because the universe responds to authenticity. When you show up as your true self, you align with everything meant for you. There is nothing wrong with wanting love and connection. But love that requires you to be someone you're not is not real love. The people who genuinely care about you will support you, not because you fit into their expectations, but because they respect your individuality. And those who don't, let them go. Let go of the need to be liked by everyone. Let go of the need to explain yourself. Not everyone will understand you, and that is okay. You are not meant to be understood by everyone. You are meant to be yourself. When you start living for yourself, you will notice a shift. You will feel lighter, freer, more at peace. You will stop doubting yourself, stop second-guessing your choices, stop worrying about what others think. You will start walking through life with confidence, knowing that your path is yours to walk, and that confidence will radiate from you. So ask yourself, are you living for yourself, or are you living for the approval of others? Are you making choices that align with your soul, or are you trying to fit into a mold that was never meant for you? The truth is, you do not need permission to be happy. You do not need approval to live the life you desire. The only validation you need is your own. Right now, in this moment, you can make the choice to stop seeking approval, to trust yourself, to follow your own path, to live with the certainty that you are enough exactly as you are. And when you do, you will find a sense of peace and freedom that no outside validation could ever give you. You are whole, you are worthy, you are already everything you need to be. So go forward with confidence, knowing that your approval is the only one that truly matters. Your energy is your life force. It shapes your experiences, your emotions, and your reality. Yet too many people give it away freely, allowing negativity, distractions, and toxic influences to drain them. They let other people's problems consume them, their past weigh them down, and their worries steal their peace. But if there's one thing you must understand, it is this: protecting your energy is not just important, it is necessary for your well-being, your happiness, and your success. Every interaction you have, every thought you entertain, and every situation you engage in either nourishes your energy or depletes it. This is why it is crucial to be mindful of where and to whom you give your attention. Just as you wouldn't allow someone to rob you of your money or possessions, you must not allow them to rob you of your energy. Because once your energy is drained, everything else in your life begins to suffer. Your health, your clarity, your ability to create and manifest your desires. One of the most powerful ways to protect your energy is by setting boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to you. There are people who thrive on negativity, who drain your spirit with their complaints, their drama, their endless need for attention. You must recognize these energy thieves and learn to say no, without guilt, without hesitation. Your time and energy are precious, and not everyone is worthy of them. The moment you stop allowing toxic influences into your life, you will notice how much lighter and freer you feel. Equally important is guarding your mind. Your thoughts are the foundation of your energy. When you constantly dwell on negativity, worry about things beyond your control, or replay past mistakes, you are leaking energy. Your mind becomes cluttered, your spirit becomes exhausted, and your ability to move forward is hindered. Instead, choose to focus on what uplifts you. Surround yourself with positive thoughts, affirmations, and beliefs that strengthen you rather than weaken you. Another way to protect your energy is by being mindful of the spaces you enter. Some environments are filled with tension, stress, and low vibrations. You can feel it the moment you walk in. The heaviness in the air, the unease in your spirit. Just as you wouldn't willingly walk into a storm without protection, you must not walk into toxic environments without being conscious of their effect on you. If a space does not nourish your energy, leave it. If a conversation drains you, end it. If a situation is pulling you into negativity, remove yourself from it. Your energy is also deeply connected to your habits. What you consume, how you spend your time, and what you feed your soul all impact your vibrational state. If you constantly engage in activities that drain you, mindlessly scrolling through social media, engaging in gossip, feeding yourself unhealthy food, or neglecting self-care, your energy will suffer. Instead, prioritize what strengthens you. Spend time in nature. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Nourish your body, mind, and spirit with things that elevate you. Protecting your energy is not just about avoiding negativity. It's about actively choosing what makes you feel alive. One of the most overlooked ways to protect your energy is by choosing your battles wisely. Not everything requires a reaction. Not every argument needs your participation. Some people thrive on conflict, seeking to pull you into their chaos. The moment you engage, you lower your vibration and give them control over your emotional state. Learn the power of silence. Learn to walk away. Learn to conserve your energy for things that truly matter. Lastly, listen to your intuition. Your spirit always knows when something is off, when someone is draining you, when a situation is not aligned with your highest good. But too often people ignore these signs. They stay in places they've outgrown, entertain relationships that no longer serve them, and tolerate behaviors that disrupt their peace. But the moment you begin to honor your intuition, you reclaim your power. You start making decisions that protect your energy rather than deplete it. You must begin to treat your energy as sacred. Guard it fiercely. Be selective about who and what you allow into your life. Make your peace and well-being a priority, not an afterthought. Because at the end of the day, your energy determines your reality. When you protect it, you create a life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. But when you give it away carelessly, you open the door to exhaustion, stress, and chaos. So make the decision today. Stop letting external forces drain you. Stop giving away your power to things and people that do not serve you. Stand firm in your boundaries. Protect your mind and align yourself with what nourishes your soul. Your energy is your life force. Guard it like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. There is a moment in life when you realize that waiting will never bring you what you desire. You have been taught to be patient, to hope, to wish for better days. But the truth is, waiting without action is just another form of fear. It keeps you stuck in the same place, dreaming but never doing, hoping but never achieving. If you want a different life, if you want success, joy, love, and fulfillment, you must stop waiting and start creating. Too many people spend their lives waiting. They wait for the perfect time, for the right opportunity, for a sign from the universe. They tell themselves that they will start when they feel ready, when they have more confidence, when everything is in place. But life does not work that way. The perfect moment will never come. Conditions will never be flawless. If you keep waiting, years will pass and you will find yourself in the same position, wondering where the time went. The truth is, action creates momentum. When you start moving toward your goals, even in small ways, the path begins to reveal itself. Clarity does not come from waiting, it comes from doing. You learn as you go. You gain confidence by taking action, not by thinking about it. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to begin. Many people hesitate because they fear failure. They are afraid of making mistakes, of being judged, of not getting it right the first time. But failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Every successful person has failed. Every great creation, every breakthrough, every invention came from someone who was willing to try, to fall, to get back up, and to try again. Failure is just feedback. It shows you what needs to change, what needs improvement. The only real failure is never starting at all. Think about all the dreams that have died in the minds of people who never took action. The books that were never written, the businesses that were never started, the ideas that never became reality. The world is full of people who had great potential but waited too long. Don't let that be you. Don't let another year go by without taking real steps toward what you want. Your dreams are waiting for you to act. When you stop waiting and start creating, you reclaim your power. You stop relying on external circumstances and take control of your own destiny. You realize that you do not need permission to start. You do not need someone to tell you that you are ready. You do not need to have all the answers. What you need is to begin. Creation is about taking what you have and making something out of it. You may not have all the resources, but you have something. You may not have all the skills, but you can learn. You may not have the support, but you can start where you are with what you have. The moment you begin, the universe responds. Doors open, opportunities arise, and things start aligning in ways you never expected. But none of that happens if you remain stuck in waiting mode. Fear will always try to convince you to stay where you are. It will whisper that you are not ready, that you are not good enough, that it is too risky. But fear is a liar. It wants you to stay small. It wants you to keep playing it safe. But safe does not lead to greatness. Comfort does not lead to transformation. You must be willing to step into the unknown, to take risks, to trust that you will figure it out along the way. Every great creator, every innovator, every leader had a moment where they decided to stop waiting and start doing. They had fears, doubts, and insecurities just like you. The only difference is that they refused to let those doubts hold them back. They took the first step. They embraced imperfection. They created something even when they were not sure how it would turn out. And because of that, they changed their lives, and often the world. You have that same power within you. You have gifts, talents, and ideas that are meant to be expressed. But they will never come to life if you keep waiting for the right time. The right time is now. The right time is the moment you decide that waiting is no longer an option. So start. Start before you are ready. Start while you are afraid. Start even if you don't have all the answers. Start even if you fail at first. Because every step forward brings you closer to your dreams. Every small action adds up. And before you know it, you will look back and realize that you have created something amazing. Stop waiting. Start creating. Your future is not something that just happens to you. It is something you build, one action at a time. The past is a powerful force. It can shape us, teach us, and even strengthen us. But if we hold on to it too tightly, it can also imprison us. Too many people live their lives trapped by what was, past mistakes, heartbreaks, regrets, and disappointments. They replay old wounds in their minds, wishing things had been different, holding on to what no longer serves them. But life is not meant to be lived looking backward. It is meant to be experienced in the now. The present is where your power lies. The present is where healing, growth, and transformation happen. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting. It does not mean that what happened to you was insignificant. It simply means that you no longer allow it to define you. It means you choose to release the weight that is holding you down so you can move forward freely. Because when you hold on to the past, you are carrying burdens that were never meant to be permanent. You are giving your energy to something that no longer exists. And in doing so, you rob yourself of the joy and opportunities that are waiting for you in the present moment. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to let go is because they feel they need closure. They want an apology, an explanation, or some kind of validation for their pain. But the truth is, closure is something you give to yourself. It is not something you wait for. It is not found in someone else's words or actions. It is found in your decision to no longer allow the past to control you. You do not need to understand why certain things happened the way they did. You only need to decide that they no longer have power over you. Forgiveness is another essential part of letting go. And forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior or pretending that what happened was okay. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that keep you bound to the past. When you hold on to resentment, you are the one who suffers. The person who hurt you may not even be thinking about it, but you carry the pain every day. Forgiveness is not about them. It is about you. It is about choosing peace over bitterness, freedom over suffering. It is about reclaiming your energy and allowing yourself to heal. Letting go also means releasing the version of yourself that you used to be. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago, or even last year. Growth is a natural part of life, but many people resist it because they are afraid of change. They cling to an old identity, old habits, or old ways of thinking, even when they no longer serve them. But real transformation happens when you embrace the person you are becoming, rather than holding on to the person you once were. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to outgrow things that no longer align with you. When you truly let go of the past, you make space for new blessings to enter your life. You begin to see things with fresh eyes. You start noticing opportunities that were always there, but were hidden behind the weight of your past pain. You become open to love, joy, and success in ways you never imagined. But none of this can happen if you are still clinging to what was. Living in the present means fully immersing yourself in the here and now. It means appreciating the beauty of this moment instead of being stuck in yesterday's pain or tomorrow's worries. The only moment that truly exists is this one, right now. What are you doing with it? Are you spending it reliving the past? Are you wasting it worrying about things beyond your control? Or are you embracing it fully and completely? The present is a gift, but you must be willing to accept it. You must be willing to put down the baggage of yesterday so you can walk freely into today. You must remind yourself that no matter what has happened in your past, it does not define your future. You are in control of what happens next, and the moment you decide to release the past is the moment you take back your power. So breathe, let go of what no longer serves you, forgive what needs to be forgiven, release the weight of old wounds, and step into the present with an open heart. This is where your life is happening. This is where your joy exists. And this is where you have the power to create something beautiful. There is a version of you that is strong, confident, and unstoppable. A version of you that is filled with purpose, passion, and limitless potential. That version of you already exists. It is not something you have to chase, it is something you must commit to becoming. The journey to your highest self does not happen by accident. It requires intention. It requires discipline. It requires a deep commitment to growth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Too many people settle for a life that is far beneath their potential. They let fear, self-doubt, and past experiences dictate their choices. They listen to the opinions of others and allow those voices to shape their self-image. But if you want to become the best version of yourself, you must break free from these limitations. You must take full ownership of your life and decide that you are worthy of more. Because the moment you make that decision, everything begins to change. Becoming your best self starts with self-awareness. You must take an honest look at your life. Where are you holding yourself back? What habits are keeping you stuck? What beliefs are limiting you? True growth begins when you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility. It is easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even your past for where you are in life. But the truth is, your power lies in the present. No matter what has happened before, you have the ability to rewrite your story. One of the most important commitments you can make to yourself is to never stop learning. The best version of you is constantly evolving. That means feeding your mind with knowledge, surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, and being open to new perspectives. Growth is uncomfortable, but staying the same is far more painful in the long run. Push yourself to expand your skills, develop your mindset, and become a lifelong learner. Because the more you grow, the more you realize how much you are truly capable of. Your habits shape your destiny. Every single day, your actions either move you closer to your best self or further away from it. If you want to change your life, start by changing your daily habits. Do you wake up with purpose, or do you start your day in chaos? Do you take care of your body, your mind, and your soul, or do you neglect yourself and expect to feel fulfilled? Small daily actions, done consistently, create massive results over time. The best version of you is not built in a day, but it is built every day through the choices you make. You must also let go of the need for approval. If you want to truly step into your greatness, you cannot live for the validation of others. Too many people hold themselves back because they are afraid of judgment. They dim their light because they fear rejection. But your life is not meant to be lived according to someone else's expectations. The best version of you is authentic, unapologetic, and fully expressed. Stop seeking permission to be who you are. Step boldly into your truth and trust that the right people will support you. Resilience is another key to becoming your best self. Life will test you. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But those challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. If you truly commit to your best self, you will not allow temporary struggles to define you. You will rise above them. You will use them as fuel to become even better, because nothing can stop a person who refuses to give up. Self-love is the foundation of transformation. You cannot become your best self if you are constantly criticizing yourself. You cannot grow if you are always doubting your worth. Treat yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself with love. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Becoming your best self is not about perfection. It is about progress. It is about honoring who you are today while striving for who you can become. This journey is yours and yours alone. No one else can do the work for you. No one else can decide to change your life. You must commit. You must take action. You must wake up every day with the intention of becoming better than you were yesterday. It will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. The best version of you is waiting, not in the distant future, not when everything is perfect, but right now, in this moment, with the choices you make today. So commit to yourself, invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined.